Friends, today we are going to discuss a very important parameter of a pump that is called the specific speed and its significance. Specific speeds means when the speed at which an impeller geometrically similar to the one under consideration would run if it were the reduced in size such that the it deliver 1 gallon per minute and 1 TDH mean total discharge head. However, basic idea of specific speed is a number used to describe the design of an impeller. The formula we are using here is NS is equal to NS is equal to NS is equal to N into Q to the power 0.5 H to the power 0.75. Q is the capacity at BEB point, H is the head at differential head per stage at BEP point by maximum impeller in feet, N is the RPM, and D1 D2 is the ratio. Ratio of D1 D2 is the ratio of diameter impeller outlet diameter to impeller inlet or I diameter. If you see, if it is D2 by D1 is greater than 2, then it will be totally radial. Similarly, D2 by D1 is equal to 1.5 to 2, then also it is radial, but smaller in size. And then D2 by D1 less than means less than D1 is high and D2 is also slightly high. So it less than 1.5, then it is mixed flow, and when D2 by D1 is equal to 1, it is axial flow. Similarly, the RPM that is specific speed, you can see in US unit for radial flow, it vary from 500 to around 3000 specific speed. Then mix it will be 4,000 to your 10,000, and then axial it will be 15,000 to 20,000. If it is in metric unit, then accordingly the RPM is going to change. You see NS 500 to 5,000 when D1 by D2 is greater than 5 radial flow. When 5,000 to 10,000 NS means D1 by D2 ratio is less than 1.5 and mixed flow pump. And when it is above 10,000 to 15,000, then D1 by D2 is equal to 1, that is equal to axial flow pump. So this is if you know the specific speed, you can come to know that what type of pump it is, whether it is radial flow pump, mixed flow pump, or it is axial flow pump. What is suction specific speed? Suction specific speed is also similar formula. S is equal to N into Q to the power 0.5 into NPSH R to the power 0.75. NPSH R means net positive suction head required. Q is the flow per impeller I. If it is double, then it will be divided by 2. Double flow both sides, then divided by 2. And N is the RPM, expressed revolution per minute, and H is the specific speed suction, that is dimensionless. Where N specific speed, so normal specific speed and suction specific difference is only there. H is equal to per stage. Here H is equal to for suction specific speed. H is equal to your per stage head. Here H is equal to NPSH R. So NSS is commonly used as a basic for estimating the same operating range of capacity of a pump. The number ranges between 3,000 to 20,000. Normally, we prefer to select a pump whose suction specific speed is 8,000 to 11,000 for optimum trouble-free operation. For double flow pump, you have to calculate the Q divided by 2, and it is preferably to select a specific pump having specific suction specific 8500, and metric unit it should be 5200. This is the same formula, suction specific speed. You see the suction specific is 14,000. At that time NPSH requirement will be low, inlet velocity will also be low, inlet pressure, delta pressure in inlet passage is delta P will be low, but there is a high probability that flow separation will take place. If it is low, that is 8,000, then it is NPC requirement will high, inlet velocity will be high, inlet passage delta P will be high, and low probability for pump separation. Low probability for pump separation. Like this, if you see the NPSH high means lower NPSH are requirement, NPSH NPSH NSS suction specific 7,000 means the NPSH requirement will be increased. So this calculation, this is the graph from which we can come to know about the etc. But when we are about the selection of pump, then suction specific speed and suction energy, the both you have to take at a time, you have to correlate with each other and incorporate it both, then only you can see the you can select the pump. You need the suction specific formula is this, where is the RPM, Q is the capacity at best efficiency point of impeller, maximum impeller diameter, in PSH R is required in feet, N equal pump speed. Normally specific speed vary from 6,000 to 12,000, and we prefer suction specific speed was felt to predict the pump reliability. The value above ato wear and failure will increase, and then we have to correlate. We have to find out the another formula that is called suction energy. Suction energy will D into N into NSS, where N is the D is the impeller suction nominal inside diameter of the pump suction nozzle multiplied by the pump speed N multiplied by the suction specific speed, then the value will come, that is called suction energy. So when before selecting the pump, you have to select the pump whose suction specific speed is low, and not only that, at the same time its suction energy also should be low. Suction energy should be low, and margin of D2 by D1 should be at least 1.3. So these are the three parameters which we have to look into before selecting a pump. I have so I think I have discussed about the specific speed, suction specific speed, its importance in all the slides. If you go through the slide, you will certainly understand what is the importance of specific speed. Specific speed means when you have to bring down the diameter of the pump so that it can discharge how much? Now 1 cubic feet, and differential pressure is 1 feet. So what it is a dimensionless unit, and with suction specific speed vary with the with RPM, and I have shown you how D2 by D1 is greater than 2 means it's radial, 1.2 to 1.5 it is mixed, and if it is 1 less than 1 or less than 1, then it is totally axial. So if you have any doubt, you can send me your doubt in